Root maze? No, I just escaped the Dauntless Dismantler, and now you're gonna make me play against Root maze? Welcome back, Vintage Gamer, to a brew. I saw recently, I always follow the legacy player Killaby over on Magic Online, who puts together really crazy Riddlesmith combo decks. They don't really work in Vintage because LED is a main core component of the deck, and LED is restricted in Vintage. However, there's always fun ideas floating around over there that I'm always down to try out. So, Riddlesmith is a card that I greatly enjoy. I have played it to a Vintage Challenge first place, along with a couple other things. So we're going to try to play a Riddlesmith deck today with this new card, Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until end of turn. Whenever you discard one or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next end step. This card is going to be a standard all-star, I assume, in like different kind of red aggressive decks. But even in Legacy and Vintage, this is a card that has some really nice stat lines and also a really powerful card advantage engine. When you combine the ability to discard with a card like Containment Construct, you can start attaining significant value. So, of course, the normal, you cast Artifact spell, you may draw a card, you discard a card with Riddlesmith, and discard it, have it go into exile underneath the Containment Construct, and so on and so forth. This time, we're going to try playing it in a bit of a Lurrus Breach shell. So we're going to take some of the things we've learned about deck construction in a Lorien revealed Urza Saga metagame. And we're going to try to play this Riddlesmith, Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze, bit of a combo deck, bit of just, a value Saga deck, bit of just a Lurrus deck. But yeah, so it's going to be pretty fun, I think. This is actually a deck that gets to use Skull Clamp to some serious value, having both Containment Construct and Riddlesmith being X1. And you get to do some fun things like put a bunch of different things to get off of your Urza Saga and your sideboard. Things like Shadow Spear and Aether Spellbomb both seem very reasonable. Obviously, we are including the Lurrus Bauble engine, but I swear almost half of our deck can be returned here with Lurrus. Obviously, take out the spells here, so somewhere like 25 cards or something can be returned with Lurrus. And then obviously we are playing all the most powerful blue cards in Vintage, really. Obviously not Tinker, because we don't have Citadel. Tinker's not really worth it when you just have Key and Time Vault. But here we're going to play, we can attack for lethal, we can attack with constructs for lethal, we can rummage through our deck with the Riddlesmith, and we also have infinite turns and Breach, Brain Freeze. So lots of things happening. I have reasonably high expectations for this deck. It's not really that outlandish. The things that it's doing are pretty powerful. One issue with playing a Riddlesmith in today's day and age is if you run into the blue-black Lurrus deck that is playing 4 Orcish Bowmaster, my 2/1s, which are a great time with Skull Clamp, are going to be having a bit of a worse time. That being said, I still think that blue-black is kind of on the downswing. Also a deck you don't see that much in leagues, so I think we're going to run this tonight and just see how it goes. See you for round 1. Are you interested in weekly Vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my Vintage content. Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. Okay, here we go. Round 1. I got a cat. What do I have? I have Urza Saga, Riddlesmith, Containment Construct, Lorien Revealed. Well, I guess this is fine. Because what else are we doing? I have a video coming out on the ban restricted announcement tomorrow. But yes, I think no changes is great. And Urza Saga should definitely not be restricted. But I have a video more on that tomorrow. So Urza Saga. Mox Emerald. Pass. Another Lorien revealed. My opponent is on Urza Saga, no Lurrus, so could be a lot of Tinker variants. Could still just be Jewel, like a weak Jewel hand, maybe. They're just going to go Constructing. We don't have a Moxen, so we are in a weaker position in that regard. Maybe I'm supposed to fetch the Volcanic Island first. Instantly punished. I mean, I think I was going to play a Riddlesmith first anyways, maybe? I'm not sure. I was thinking, well, like normally you always like fetch this Underground Sea in these Volcanic Island decks, but this one actually I kind of want the Volcanic Island, so. All right, I've got a Riddlesmith in play. They're going to start making large constructs. We don't have a dress down in the main, so we kind of have to have either some of our own large constructs or to combo kill our opponent. One of those two things has to happen if we are behind on the construct war, which we are definitely behind on the construct war. Our opponent had a Mox and was on the play and has an Academy. We don't know exactly what our opponent's doing, though they are choosing to not make another construct. Normally, that's a bad sign because it means they have something else powerful that they are looking to do. Green Karn. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think we can let our Karn resolve, but I assume that means that they have hard cast negation off of Tolarian Academy. Yep. Makes sense. Well, now our land is a vanishing land that produces no mana. Not ideal. The good news is we have some creatures. And I think this is just whenever you attack. So, like, we can play that this turn. They got a liquid metal coating. Oh, okay. I'm reading this correctly, right? Whenever you attack, you may discard a card, and whenever you do, put a 1/1 counter. So I can play this and attack with Riddlesmith, and they have to trade their construct. That is how I'm reading it. Okay. I don't have any, like, super strong tutorable targets besides Skull Clamp, I guess. But I can't use Skull Clamp right now. But I probably still get Skull Clamp. Maybe I'm just supposed to get Manifold Key. So I can play Containment Construct, loot, play Pearl. Well, playing Pearl and looting is like a little silly. I think I like the idea of cycle this for a red source, play this Inti. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. Yeah, I mean, we're going to do that. Do we want to cycle our Mox Pearl first? Not really, but I think it's fine to play. Like, I don't want to pitch these cards anyways. All right. So I am going to cast my Inti. And then I'm going to attack with my Riddlesmith at this Karn and hopefully make this thing a... Wait, they just have a force too? Bruh. They had force of will, force of will, force of negation. Cool. All right. So I'm going to lose a land. And I'm not going to be able to attack. I think we're just dead. I think my opponent's hand was just much better than ours. Tolarian Academy, Mox, Karn, Triple Force. It looks a bit lost. It feels like I just did not have the power needed for this hand, to beat this my opponent's hand here. Trying to figure out how I draw out of this game, and I just don't even think there's a way out of this game anymore because okay. Like we had a good attack for that turn, but now they have another artifact, so it's like worse now. Yeah, I mean that hand is just like really, really hard to beat if you're trying to play a fair game. So we're gonna want a needle. I think we're gonna want a pyroblast, a strip mine, and maybe a dress down. Maybe not a strip mine. Maybe just a dress down, a pyroblast, and a needle. And then we can take out this island. And we can take out vamp. And we can take out one construct, I guess. Maybe just take out one bauble. I don't know. Something like that. Still not exactly apparent on what we are playing against. Does look like some kind of Tinker Saga deck. But that doesn't exactly describe the whole game plan. All right. I've got a cat. Hopefully I have some power. This hand does not really have power. It does have a Mox this time. And I do have the ability to bobble Delta. I have negation. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to keep this hand. It looks like enough for me, so. All right, show me my top card. My top card is a Mox Ruby. That one does not seem good enough. So I am just going to go get that Volcanic. I'm going to play the Containment Construct. And I'm going to let my opponent go. All right, draw a card for Bobble. Got a new blue card. Pearl. Lorien. All right, no Saga Gaming this time. Tundra. So it's a Esper Tinker maybe with Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, you got it for sure. I'm definitely not fighting over my construct that currently has no enablers. All right, well, show me your secrets. How bad is it? How bad is the damage? Tinker, Negation, Will, Citadel, Key. Well, that's a shit hand. Yo, welcome, Jarvis. Hope you had a good run to your stream. So if they play a land and force through a Tinker, and they have something that's not a Citadel as a top end, then there's a problem there. But what we should just be doing is, I mean, we can't even force our way to a Lurrus because they will have force for it. But I mean, we should start playing towards that. So let's just go get let's go get an Underground Sea and buy our Lurrus. We need to start putting pressure on our opponent here. Though the good news is they have the Citadel in their hand, obviously. Yeah, welcome Lapo, Chess Knight, Jarvis. Hope you had a good stream. Make sure you check out Jarvis's stream for more constructed Magic the Gathering. Powerful. I dump my entire water everywhere. Mother. Ah! Sorry, hold on, chat. Okay. I have successfully done the thing. My opponent has played the Manifold Key and passed. Alright. So how do I get this Lurrus to resolve? I simply can't, right? Ooh, I can just cast a dig on their turn. Certainly like that option more than just jamming a Lurrus, though. I don't know. I kind of think just getting a Lurrus Force is kind of big game. Like, if I get rid of their force, what are they really doing? And I still have all this follow-up. All this follow-up being dig through time, obviously. I'd rather not, Chest Knight. Especially with Eternal Weekend being over by the time that would happen. Force pitching Hull Breaker. Hull Breacher, sorry. Okay, sure. My opponent still has Tinker, Negation, Citadel. Time Walk, that's just a rebuy. My opponent has very little going on, and I still have a lot of stuff. I wonder if they just like jam a Tinker here. I guess it's Vault Key, so it seems reasonable to. They're just not going to. I feel like I would just jam the Tinker, right? Like, what are you you're drawing to force? Here we go. All right, so Tinker. I'm just gonna pitch the Brain Freeze. I don't think the Brain Freeze is vital to winning this game, and I'd rather have another negation. Ponder. So the only way Ponder is actually good here is if I draw a blue source off it, right? I feel like it would be better to just dig. I guess I can just dig now because they have Negation Citadel in their hand. So in that case, maybe it is better to just Ponder. Time Vault, Urza Saga, Forcible. Yeah, these cards are going to win the game. Okay, we have successfully played the control deck and won this game. I can't imagine there's a sequence here that we lose to. I don't even have to play this Time Vault right now until I draw this Force. I mean, the trick here is that any card wins games off the top of the library after I've countered all their spells, right? Like, so a Saga or a Time Vault or whatever, it doesn't actually matter. I think it's important to recognize these things. Like a Tinker and Ancestral, like any card that does something wins. Oh, why am I digging when I know I have Forcible on top of my deck? Whatever. I guess now I can draw 2 Forcibles. It just felt like the right thing to do, you know? I had all this mana. Oh, I do have a Needle in my deck. What the could I have won game 1? Oh no, it's game 2. I moved the Needle into my deck. Duh, Justin. Hello? He's losing it. That streamer guy's losing it. Ugh. The Whale. Ethereal Forger. The big old mouth whale. That'd be pretty strong. I could use the upgrade, right? Do I want to bring in Mindbreak Trap knowing they have Esper mana? No, not really. They are Hull Breacher deck. Do I want to bring in Dismember? No, I have a Pyroblast. I think I don't need to do that. I have a Pyroblast and a Dress Down. Riddlesmith is a May, so. The one you're looking for is exclamation mark card. I have a cat. I have an Ancestral. Okay. This hand's a little scary because it doesn't have a lot of other things going on, but. I'm gonna keep it though. It's real hard to pass up an Ancestral hand. At some point, absolutely. That is totally something that could happen. There's no way I could ever say no. It's definitely never going to be like. the card only gets better over time, and it is extremely strong. But I just think it'd be a mistake to do it now. Interesting. Lavinia. Maybe I should have played more Dismembers? Well, what am I supposed to do here? I'm going to overdraw. I guess I'm still casting Ancestral on their turn sometime. Is there another bot that works with exclamation mark Riddlesmith? I mean, maybe it's just a different MTG bot version or the hard-coded command where you can code the card name into it. I don't know. I thought most people use MTG bot. Saga Gaming. I guess I let myself get Hull Breachered here. Tinker. They just jammed Tinker, man. All right. Well, my opponent's hand has really been quite good against mine. I'm super dead, unfortunately. Just such a good... So bad for me. Just Lavinia, no answer, into Tinker, no answer. Oh, Tinker Mirrors. I guess this isn't a Tinker Mirror because I don't have Tinker in my deck, but... What is the goal of the deck? Win games of Magic. I'm not doing very well so far. It's just a Lurrus combo deck, like all the other Lurrus combo decks. Just with some interesting new cards for fun. Read the deck list, Chaz, please. Time Vault Key, Urza Saga, Creatures That Attack, Rain Freeze, Underworld Reach. I believe in you. You know all of these things. You're a very smart person. Alright, I'm gonna cast this Brainstorm and hope it draws me, I don't know, something good though. Pyroblast. That is actually something very good. I don't know that it's enough, but it is definitely the best card I could have drawn. I can leave one Lorien Revealed in my hand to cycle away the other Lorien Revealed. Well, maybe I keep one Lorien Revealed and I get rid of one land. Yeah, that's probably better. All right, so this all needs to resolve, obviously, but Pyroblast, you're Lavinia. This is just the I figured that was the case, considering my opponent, like, brainstormed and stopped. But, like, it's so sad, though. It's so sad, though. Okay. No, it's like very unlikely they brainstorm and brick. Like it makes sense that they did this. So it's just... Is it a blue ring Tinker deck? Is it actually no Esper? Interesting. I mean, blue-white Tinker cards they enjoy. Hull Breacher is like really good against Riddlesmith too, which is a problem. I don't know. I feel like I should keep playing though. Like if I just find my way into Volkey, I guess they have a Saga probably getting a Needle, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a deck list like this before. There was a blue-white Tinker Initiative One Ring deck from Japan, I believe. All right. So what is the best way for me to get places here? I think the answer is play a Riddlesmith just to block. Play a key. Oh, wait. I don't want to play a key. I wanted to Lorien Revealed, right? Or did I already drawn through all my cards? No, I've already drawn through all my cards, so it's fine. I just can't draw any more cards anyways, so I don't think it matters. My opponent does technically have a ring in play. I could always try to live for 3 turns. Seems unlikely. I mean, I just don't think that the ring decks have performed very well. I think that this version in particular, this blue-white one, is also pretty bad. Like, in my experience, the one ring being 4 mana, you need to put in work to make it castable. You need to play Ancient Tomb or Workshop or something to make this castable and playable. And really, once you're starting to do that, there's like no reason for this deck to be what it is instead of just being Jewel. So there's not really, in my mind, like a place for. It's weird because the ring actually like is a pretty good like force will control that card, but the lengths you need to go to get it in play are pretty high in the current vintage metagame. They activated the ring again. They have a second ring. They must have a second ring, right? So I don't really put a lot of stock into the ring decks. But that being said, like it's still, blue power with Urza Saga, and it can totally be fine. Like this isn't bad by any means, but I don't think it hits the same level of power and consistency as the rest of the format. Fragmentize. It could also just be like a normal Esper Saga deck with 1 ring in it, which is fine. I think like you can totally play a ring in your flex slot. You can play an initiative creature in your flex slot. These aren't outlandish things. They start becoming outlandish when you're playing 4 rings, you're playing 4 White Plume Adventurers, you're playing 4 Seasoned Engineers. Then it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Then you're just like having divergent game plans that don't really help. Time Vault? Oh, I knew that was there. That's why I wanted to cycle and not play the key. So I mean that's just how I feel about it. I'm not saying that's the like 100% the case, but all right, let's do this. I got a cat. I've got a turn 1 Inti. Okay. Keep. Sounds sweet. Let's take a peek at what our opponent's up to first. For free. Hardly seems fair. But. Alright, so our opponent is Beseech the Mirror with a Saga-oriented hand with Flusterstorm. That certainly gives us time. Let's start by playing our card advantage engine. And then hopefully we don't end up with our opponent drawing Black Lotus on turn 1 and killing us. All right, so then we need to consider how we progress forward. Will our opponent leave open Flusterstorm? Well, they actually can't because their deck is an Urza Saga deck. So they have Urza Saga, Sol Ring, Top, Cyclorian revealed, it looks like. So that's good news. So if we want to do something like Demonic Tutor for Time Walk this turn, it's certainly within our realm of possibilities here. They could spin instead of cycling. Interesting. Sure. This maybe can get them to a Force of Will, so it's pretty reasonable choice. We actually can't currently cast Demonic Tutor because we have Volcanic Island Urza Saga. They hit a Mana Crypt for their turn, which gives them the ability to cycle and spin. We hit a fetch land. So we can Demonic Ancestral. We can discard. I mean, we're going to discard Skull Clamp almost certainly. So we should just start by doing that. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, except the top card, you may play it. So let's do that to start. Discarding Skull Clamp obviously doesn't hurt us because we can return it later if we want. I'm going to discard the Skull Clamp. I'm going to exile my top card. And I can play it this turn. It's a mental misstep. So yeah, would cover an opponent mental misstep, I guess. All right. I mean, I'm thinking this is till end of turn, right? Till your next end step. I'm thinking we simply demonic for ancestral at this point. Though obviously does leave us somewhat vulnerable. Not like we have a straight up answer here. Ancestral should give us some way to progress forward in this game. Okay. I'm gonna hold the ruby in case we draw a Riddlesmith. We have breach combo, right? We have pretty damn close to breach combo. We've got breach, demonic, brain freeze. So we like are very close. We may have breach, demonic, lotus, demonic. I don't know how many. We might not have enough cards for that. So our opponent drew a card and then went and got the underground sea. And then they are going to use this to, they draw Tinker. I mean, we just lose. We just lose. Yeah, you can't really play third pass Iconoclast because it doesn't cost one colorless. It costs blue and a red, which means you can't really play it in a Saga show, which means you can't really play it. All right, well, we simply did not draw a blue spell in our Ancestral Recall, and we are going to lose to Tinker Citadel. I mean, this just feels like really brutal because we had to discard and we couldn't play our spell, so we didn't draw the Ancestral, and that sorry, we didn't draw the Mental Misstep, and then we just Ancestral, and none of our cards are blue, and our deck is like 24 blue spells, but we're just strictly dead here, so there's just like no point in playing this out, right? I feel like we could very easily win this game on an untap, even through a Flusterstorm, but wasn't to be, I guess. Our opponents have had a lot of Tinkers. Had a lot of Tinkers so far. It's not like I'm playing less counter magic. I mean, I guess I am playing slightly less counter magic than the Lurrus decks, the other like the Lurrus control decks, because I'm not playing Spell Pierce, but like I'm playing 6 forces, so yo, what's up, UC? It's very frustrating. Okay, so Mind Break Trap is really good here. I like Soul Guide Lantern. I like Cage. Obviously, these cards, Cage doesn't play super well with what we're doing, obviously, but I don't actually think we need Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze, but it might be nice actually to keep it in. Pyro Blast is probably still good. Maybe we want Needle. I don't think we should be worried about Needle. Island. No, I have like 24 blue cards in my deck. Like my deck is like extremely high number of blue cards. My deck contains 24 blue cards. It's a very high number. Just going to drop like Skull Clamp, one thing, and maybe a Vamp. Nah, probably not a Vamp. Probably just a Bubble. We'll do this again. Like I'm playing well over the requisite number of blue cards, so. I think here I'm gonna just try to avoid getting. I'm just gonna try to dodge a turn 1 combo kill to get the Inti in play, and then we'll look at doing things like Ancestral. Thanks, Jess. I mean, because I'm trying to like do something interesting instead of playing the same deck that everyone else is playing. Like I could do that, but I just don't think that's going to be produce an interesting stream at all. So So I don't really want to cast Ancestral here. My opponent's like pretty likely to have Force of Will. I think what we'll do is we will start by just discarding this Lorien Revealed on attacks here. Try to find something more worthwhile. We found a Black Lotus. Okay. Good job, Dinosaur. I believed in you. So now, if we cast Ancestral, where does that leave us? I think I'm still just going to cycle Lorien Revealed and go... Oh my fucking god, it triggers off Lorien Revealed? Because this is cycling his discard. I'd like to say I had that in mind when I built the deck, but I didn't. I didn't. That one slipped by me. Okay, that's actually really, really strong. That's so cool. Okay, cool. All right, so we get to do this and get another card, maybe. A Flusterstorm. It's kind of annoying. Oh, now I think we just play Ancestral Recall. We've already played our land, right? So we don't want to cycle this Lorien Revealed again. Let's play a Bauble and peek their top card is a Beseech. I kind of want to just vamp for counter magic. I hope one piece of counter magic is enough, but we're gonna draw the vamp card on our next turn anyways, right? And then we can look at doing breach combo on the turn after, maybe. Are Inti's exiles face up? Yeah, they should be face up. I think I just vamp for I guess I should vamp on their turn, and we'll just vamp for a piece of counter magic. Yeah. That's why I'm thinking about vamping with this Bauble trigger on the stack. If they want to Flusterstorm this, I think I'm more than happy letting them use their mana this turn on Flusterstorming my vamp. Sweet. I kind of had that read. That seemed like a pretty reasonable thing. I could, of course, just pay, but I don't even think I need to pay. I think I'm in a good spot where that's just fine with me. Cruise your daddy? I think as of right now, that's fine. I think my list for EU was quite good, and I don't see it changing too much. All right. So, what do we want to do here? My opponent is tapped out. I have the ability to do a lot of things. They don't all synergize with each other. I think I want to start with attack and pitch this volcanic island. There's no reason to have this volcanic island. We can try to exchange it for something better. We have this Lorien Revealed that lets us do things. Right, there's also a land on top, so definitely going to use that. All right, chat. What do we think is the best sequencing here? Because if I use my Treasure Cruise, My breach becomes worse. One, two, three, four, five, six. Can cycle a Lorien reveal to draw an extra card and puts a card in my yard for cruise anyways. So I think we start with that. Soul Guide Lantern. All right, I think I'm gonna cruise. All right, well, let's see what you're working with here, friend. Oh, they have absolutely actual factual no magic cards. So we kill them. Demonic down to 3, Time Walk, Key. Yeah. This card kind of slaps, actually. That was pretty impressive. I don't know how I missed the Lorien revealed stuff, but it's kind of great. It's also like 5/5 right now. Like, it's a pretty big attacker. Oh no. Did they hold a force this whole time? That'd be pretty funny. I didn't play around that. No, I mean like held a force on top of their library. I know I probed them, that's why I jammed. But I didn't think about they could draw a force. It's just a blind force draw. Okay. Game 3. Game 3. I feel like flustering the Vamp Tutor was very odd. But they were kind of behind on mana, right? So it's like hard for that Flusterstorm to get more value than it did. All right, this hand is a little bit weak, but I like Mental Misstep against my opponent's deck a lot, and I think this Cage is totally fine as well. Might be annoying to play Cage on turn 1 just because we want to cycle, but I'm just going to snap off a Mental Misstep on that. That's why it's here. All right, now what? Moxen would be cool. Show me your secrets. Demonic Tutor, Beseech the Mirror, Grave, Saga, Necro. Okay, so they can go Demonic, Black Lotus, Necro next turn. Not much we can do about that, right? It's better for us to just deploy the Inti. Or is it better for us to deploy the Construct? Because to play the Inti on the second turn, we can do the Construct stuff, right? So better for us to deploy the Construct first. Because this triggers on attack. Why Inti first? What's the difference? Is it not better to play the Construct first? Maybe it just doesn't matter. I guess there's the Lorien reveal to think about. That's a pretty reasonable reason. This way I could Lorien revealed first. That's a good reason. They drew Mana Crypt. So now they can Demonic for Lotus and Beseech with a bargain. Can they win? If they do that, can they win? I don't think so. Or what if they do Demonic for... Am I going to regret not playing Cage here? I guess they could always have done it because they always had Saga No, Saga Demonic doesn't do it. It's this Mana Crypt that does it. So they're doing it. Am I dead here? Black Lotus? Yeah, I guess I'm just dead because I didn't play Cage. That's kind of silly. It's really fucked up. Wow. Yeah, Black Lotus, Mana Crypt, Demonic, Lotus. Yeah, I just die. I had to play Cage? I guess I knew my opponent could always draw a Mox in here and kill me. Oh, this is so frustrating, man. All right, well, we've been getting combo killed. Hopefully we can figure that out. This one's good. Keep. Looks like this time we're playing against initiative, so opponent has let us know because they just closed the stream. I still think I would normally just check their top card anyways, then we would know. Let's see what they got for us. Athalia, okay. All right, so we're just hitting negation on basically anything and everything. We're gonna get our Inti. I'm just hitting it. We're playing against Init. We're not playing in it. We're playing Inti, obviously. That was just such a mistake. It's fine. I had to play the Cage. I didn't realize it. That's sometimes the burden of probe, I guess. Just have to hit the negation on this. Get rid of the brain freeze. All right, they had another follow-up. Petal Tomb. And... Knit Creature? Oh, Peacekeeper. Okay. Well, that's just going to name Riddlesmith. Yep. So we attack. We discard. How does this work? I can still play it, right? Even if she's gone? Or he's gone? I'm not really sure. Dinosaur Rider is gone. Whenever you discard exile, yeah, you may play it to the end step. But, I mean, they're gonna trade, right? Feels like really dumb to get rid of the Riddlesmith if they trade, though. I don't even have the greatest loots anyways. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do here. I think I'm just gonna discard this bauble. If they want to trade, then I can just play this Riddlesmith again. I have an Underworld Breach on the top of my library. That does not feel like the card we were looking for. They just didn't trade. So in that case, I don't have a card to put in my yard to recast a bauble. I can cast it to make sure it goes in my yard, or I can... I mean, I don't really need it. I already got rid of my brain freeze. So it might just be better to put Lurrus in my hand. It's actually another card I can discard too. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the Lurrus in my hand. I don't feel like this breach in my yard does anything. I mean, they're just gonna play enough creatures that we're gonna die, right? Or do they don't have enough follow-up mana? We countered the Chrome Mox, so they don't have a follow-up mana. Nice. Now they can't even block this Inti here. Wait, so now they're just super dead. Discard this Riddlesmith because I have an Lurrus coming. They can't block this. I have a Soul Ring. Oh my god, this card is so sick. I'm kind of glad we're doing this, even though we're getting our ass kicked. I feel like this is just like a little bit of variance, but like playing this card has been quite strong. All right. Oh no, Justin! I wanted to play Lurrus this turn. It's fine. Make big constructs. It's good enough. Might even be better. Oh, they hit second Ancient Tomb. This attack makes sense because trading here is bad for me. Yeah, they're just dead to constructs. All right, well, one force of negation did the work it needed to do in that game. I've got a pile of dismembers for this matchup. I also have Shadow Spear, and I also have Dress Down, and I also have Mindbreak Trap, and I also have either Spell Bomb. I probably also have Strip Mine, but less sold on that. We definitely aren't interested in Underworld Breach combo. I don't think we're interested in Skull Clamping or Fluster Storming or Misstepping. You cannot play Street Wraith with Lurrus, so. Well, Dismember is just the best removal spell against initiative because it costs 1 colorless. We're gonna get rid of one of these dig through times and probably the treasure cruise as well. Gotta be careful. We're getting rid of a lot of and then probably a bauble, right? Baubles are not that good here. I mean, probe is not that good either, but it's blue card at least. This is probably close. All right, we finally got a nice little game 1 win here. Let's see what we can do in the follow-ups. I can't. I have an Inti, but I don't have red mana. I do have red mana. I can go Pearl, get a red mana, Jet, Inti. Is this like enough though? I guess I have a Vamp. Let's try it. This might just be a little too anemic. We didn't get Chancellor though. I guess if I get Thaliot, it's pretty bad. But yeah, I guess if I get Thaliot or Archon, it's bad. Maybe just have to mulligan to a force or a removal hand. Even a removal hand isn't good enough. I guess a removal hand is good enough if I have a Dismember, right? That's why Dismember is the key here. All right, pitch sees. So it's gonna be a Thalia. That's not that bad. Oh, it's gonna be a Dauntless Dismantler. I see. Okay. In that case, I mean, I'm just gonna strip mine them and play all my Moxen. It's not that big a deal. They blow it up. They blow it up. That's fine. Yeah, they're not gonna blow it up. Yeah. It's got XX white, destroy each artifact with mana cost X, and then also has the root maze for artifacts opponents control. I don't have a big board wipe spell, unfortunately. Like, I could vamp here for a dismember, but we're just like a little too far behind for that. And like the Inti is unfortunately also on the back foot, and also this thing's like a 1/4. The spell bomb is like also just like a little bit too on the back foot. Don't have a tinker in my deck. That would be illegal. I think I just draw naturally. I mean, I could just get ancestral and like try to go off, but like again, I can't really play a bunch of artifacts into this dismantler anyways. I think I'm just gonna naturally draw and play. Oh, okay. So there's at least a plan. My opponent wants to like blow up the whole board. That's what it is. It is what it is. It was one of the pieces we could draw. Though my key comes into play tap, so that doesn't really work, does it? pass. All right, chat. How do we get the hell out of this? You need to tap, right? Oh, you don't even need to tap? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Congrats. I just need to cast Ancestral Recall. I have to bounce the White Plume Adventure. If they want to replay it, it means they don't have the ability to stop a top deck Vault Key unless they have more mana. It at least gives us some options. Because they can just blow up all of them for a white. Okay, now they can blow up 2 or more. All right, so they could just blow this up and get rid of everything right now. And just live off the back of their thing. Oh, they're going to play second Dismantler and blow up 0s, I guess. Okay. Interesting. Almost makes me wish I hadn't cut the freaking Underworld Breach, but I guess they would come into play tapped anyway. So I can just draw a key here and win. White Plume Swords. I mean, I have to get an Inti in play. You're right. It comes in tapped. The second one prevents the... Okay, that makes sense. I mean, this just gets sorted, unfortunately. And then they go Plains, White Plume, Throne of the Dead, and we die anyways. Yeah. Our hand was, in fact, too weak. Needed a force. Glad I didn't play Bolt, though. Okay, yeah. I guess I can still draw Dress Down. Yeah, I had outs there, right? Dress Down into... No, not really. Okay. Let's get on the play here. That was a little rough. Dismantler are quite good there, though. I have to admit. It doesn't clock, but it certainly makes things annoying. I feel like that's a good enough reason to like trim some more baubles. Just bring this Breach back in. I feel like Breach is... I don't know, Breach feels a little sus. I don't even think I want Freeze. I think I just want to have Breach. But it's like so bad against Archon, though. I don't even know if that's true. It's like not... it's probably worse. I don't know which got actually registered. Okay. Lotus Force Saga keep. This is definitely just Saga Lotus Go. Force anything. Have a lot of options still in this game. But like Vamp Key is probably one of the stronger ones. Lotus. All right, well, I just forced Lotus. They had a Chrome Mox follow-up. Thalia. Ancient Tomb? My god. Yeah. White Initiative, baby. Black Lotus. Interesting. Can't say that's the one I would have chosen. I think I just get a Soul Ring. Unless they have a Caracas, I guess. But if I just get a Soul Ring here, I can just go Saga Soul Ring. Yeah. That's my plan. Don't think I would have targeted the Black Lotus with Lauren unless I had a Caracas backup. And if they have a Caracas, they have a Caracas, but I think this is... I mean, maybe they just have a Dauntless Dismantler and they don't care. That maybe that's the thing I'm running into here. Dismantler is quite good on this board. I mean, if they're gonna do that, then yeah, I feel like Saga Gaming is the way to go, right? They do have a Dauntless Dismantler. Okay. That's really bad for me. Well, the thing I can do here is if I draw a source of colorful mana, I can play a Lurrus, though. That's pretty good against this, right? Oh, no, I can't because it'll come into play tapped. What the hell, man? This is so good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can just needle it if the... I don't have needle in my deck, right? There's no way I brought in needle for that. I do have a spell bomb. Not very good here, though. Feel like I just want spell bomb. Hmm. I just want to draw lands and play Lurrus in this game, right? I already played a land. Ah! Everything sucks. I don't even have anywhere close to playing Lurrus. Oh boy. Okay, it's fine. I want to just hold this, then I can just find good cards next turn. Really? I don't know about that one. That is a bold activation. They just like drop top deck an initiative creature with it. I don't know, man. That's so crazy. I'm gonna make a construct here. I needed to get them to use this dismantler. If I had just simply brought in a needle here, I feel like we would be super winning. I didn't really feel like I needed to bring in a needle, though. I'm just gonna get a bauble. Oh, it's tapped, right? Seasoned Dungeoneer? Yo, they're a beast. I feel like not drawing any dismembers has been very bad for us. That's what I feel. Oh, or simply drawing a Force of Will. I guess I did have a Force of Will, but they had Black Lotus and Ancient Tomb Chrome Mox. I don't know, man. This is so brutal. I'm just dead to this Dungeoneer, right? They must have drawn another one. Or maybe they just want to attack. I mean, it's super doomed. They did it for 0? Why not do it for... I should have another one? No, man. I played this game badly. I played this game badly. I should have vamped for Ancestral, not for Soul Ring. Trying to play Saga game plan is just never good. I know that, but I still did it. It's crazy. I just should never have tried to play Saga, right? That was the problem in this game. I should have instead just gone for Ancestral. I got baited again, man. I just can't. This card's cracked, though. Does this card make you favored versus Jewel? I feel like it's got to be pretty damn close. And attacking. Don't forget attacking. This thing, like, almost killed my opponent just simply attacking. Hmm. None of this is good, man. None of this is good. None of this is good. All right, I attack with Riddlesmith. I discard Riddlesmith. I put a counter on this attacking creature. I have a dress down. That's not good enough. It's pretty damn close if I had a breach, I guess. Should I can't cast this in my end step, huh? I can only cast it before my end step. Aha. Got him. All right. We've been bested. Okay, here we go. Round 4. Let's see if we can take one from our opponents here. Turn 1 Tinker is either Dredge or Tinker, usually. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna keep it. Not actually sure how much I'm supposed to play immediately. If I play everything, can I buy Lurrus or no? Saga 3, this is free, so no. I don't know. This might just be a trap hand, actually. It might just be a mulligan. Normally when you keep hands like this, you usually die. Name a Construct, unfortunately, not a card that does anything without someone else doing something, so... Alright, you have to, like, play another card that make it do something. Like, this is definitely the worst of our creatures by a large amount. Let's see if this gets... I guess I'd rather have my Manifold Key get mental misstep. They're just gonna force my Soul Ring. I guess they can't beat Saga. Oko. Then why are they forcing my Soul Ring? Interesting. It's kind of odd. Like, if they're playing Oath, right? Which I assume they would be if they have Oko, then it just doesn't make a lot of sense to force Soul Ring. They're just beating that heads up. Wasteland as well? Why are we forcing Soul Ring then? So this is actually Pug, not Oath. All right. Guess we should just be happy we didn't get Force of Vigor. That'd be good if I could cast it. Currently, not an island. Deathrite Shaman, I assume. Ancestral. That's good. Their land's a little bit stronger than mine, huh? I hate this card, chat. Why am I doing this to myself? They missed their land drop after casting Ancestral. It's pretty unfortunate for them. All right. Am I getting a Lotus or am I getting a Sapphire? Feel like it's gotta be a Lotus, right? It has to be Lotus. All right, we can peek at their hand though. Oh. Oh my. This hand forces Soul Ring? Interesting. All right, well, it's time to utilize the mana. What if we just play Lurrus instead? They play Collector Roof next turn. I guess that's why. So I think we just cast Ancestral. Try to win this game, maybe. If we find like a... Just looking for a Riddlesmith, right? Yeah, here's a Riddlesmith and a Breach. That's got to be pretty damn close to winning. So if I put... Ponder... I can just put anything back because I can just discard these Moxen every time. So just put back these lands. Cast Riddlesmith. Or should I just play Breach? Do I just win with Breach? I mean, Riddlesmith seems better anyways. Cast Sapphire. Draw with Riddlesmith. Discard Bauble. Exile Bauble. Cast Bauble. Draw with Riddlesmith. Discard Saga. Don't exile Saga because I have Breach. Activate. And then Breach. Breach back Lotus. Oh, not doing that. Get rid of Saga. Trigger Riddlesmith. Draw. Discard Ponder. I guess I just discard Island is better. I'm gonna put the Ponder under the Priest, but that's actually worse. Alright. Activate this for blue. Cast Ancestral Recall. Target me. Time Vault. Cast Time Vault. Discard Volk. Use its ability. Play Volk. Take infinite turns. Okay. Probably could have gotten away with just Lotus Ancestral Breach there, to be fair. But we got to do some things. All right, we are playing against Mono Collector Oof Daunt deck. How do we make our deck less susceptible to that? I don't know. Doesn't feel like we do. Our deck is like so bad against Collector Oof and Dauntless Dismantler and all of these cards, huh? I feel like this is not a negation matchup. Like, obviously, Ogo is a problem, but I think I'll just keep Clamp. And Spellbomb is so bad, too. Just Clamp and Shadow Spear, maybe. Not sure. This is definitely going to be hard. They're going to get, like, Vigors and stuff as well. It's a lot of lands, unfortunately. Probably keeping, though, against Bug. Realistically, it's probably fine. It's like got a nice setup against Wasteland. Looks like we could get Ancestral, though. Didn't get Ancestral. All right, well, show me what you're working with, then. Faux free. We did draw the Namox for the nice turn 1 Inti, so. Forced Brainstorm, push, Wasteland, Bowmaster. That's unfortunate. What do we even do with that? Just cast Ponder. We have cast a lot of probes. This is true. It's not like we have a bunch of flusters that we're bringing in, and I don't really want to force back. This is 2 sagas, though, and my opponent currently can only beat 1 saga. So I think I'm in it to win it here. I don't know if there's actually any value in playing that ahead of schedule. I guess they get to brainstorm if they want. I don't think they want to brainstorm here. It doesn't look particularly good. We're probably gonna have to bait the first Wasteland with a Saga so they don't play Bowmaster, and they are gonna cast Brainstorm. And then the second Saga hopefully just kills them. That's the plan, I guess. Not a great plan. But they currently have my other angles of attack covered pretty heavily. They don't have a lot of mana, though. That's something worth noting. If they Brainstorm here and they don't like have to keep redraw 2 cards they don't want to draw, there's some value there. But we have 2 lands coming off the pipeline, so... All right. What you got for me? Are you wastelanding my Underground Sea? Are you holding open Bowmaster? Or are you demonic tutoring? Fuck. I feel like that's the worst outcome. They got to cycle away a card and they're gonna go get their best card. Hmm. They just get an Ancestral, right? And then when we fight over the Ancestral, it's bad for me. Like, I need to cast Treasure Cruise this game, not Force of Will. I unfortunately led on this Underground Sea because if we got Valked, it would be bad. But now we can't, like, play this and do Saga stuff. But I guess what we can do is we can do Saga by Lurrus, which is not bad either. Okay. And what do you think they... I mean, you think they got Ancestral, right? And, like, maybe cycled away Bowmaster. I mean, Bowmaster's so good against me. Their whole deck is good against me. My deck is so bad against a Collector Roof Bowmaster deck. It's not good. It's not good. It's just gonna be so hard. We only really won game 1 because they ancestraled into 3 Collector Roofs instead of lands. All right, Saga down. They've got a Trop. Hold up in... Looks like they're going to hold open Bowmaster. All right, I'm interested in Saga Lurrus, I guess. I feel like I just have to be doing Saga Lurrus. It's just like, I need to somehow get ahead on mana. They can't push me right away. So, I mean, if they force it, that's also fine. Then we could even force back if we want, because this Treasure Cruise is bad. What is this? Ah, so they did go for Ancestral. So they naturally brainstormed into land and then DT'd for Ancestral. It's got to be the best outcome. Well, I am willing to fight over this. If they want to use their Oko to get 3 new cards, I think we have to just accept that. And my cruise isn't really going to be good if they kept Bowmaster. All right, so here's force pitching Oko. They only have 1 more of those cards. Ah, it's just super doomed. It's super doomed. It's not like this Lurrus is actually good. It's just on the stack. But this does get me ahead on mana. Like, they have to find another Wasteland still. So there's, like, some good things happening. If only we had a... I guess, like, a Bobble is not the best against Bowmaster either. Yeah, my whole deck's bad against their deck. I've concluded. They have a Strip Mine. Sick. And now they can revolt a... Oh, they did not keep Fatal Push, or they definitely would have revolted this, right? So we can assume they did not keep Fatal Push. Guess we can't attack into Bowmaster anyways, so... Do I hold open? No, I gotta play this. Oh, I can attack into Bowmaster because because of Inti. Wait, and this isn't even drawing a card. Wait a second. I guess they can still just trade the whole Bowmaster. So I guess I can't. Wait, what is this? They have an Abrupt Decay? There's Abrupt Decay in your deck? Ah! Okay. All right. Opponent. You could not have made a better deck against me. I don't believe it. How do they find cards to cut? That's the real question. All right. Okay. And there's Lorien revealed too. Bug is back thanks to Bowmaster. Not really. But they have the push too? They just have everything, man. Classic and no, I'm gonna get my stupid Riddlesmith Bowmastered. Yo, this is baloney. My deck is so bad. I guess this is what happens when one player resolves Ancestral Recall. Blue mirrors. What is this? Loam? I'm getting loam locked? I'm getting loam locked. This deck should definitely play Lurrus over Oko. All right, give me out. Give me out. Give me out. Give me out. They had everything. They didn't even get rid of a card, I swear. Man, I don't even want like Soul Guide Lantern though, right? Like, how am I gonna win this game? I'm simply just like not, right? It's just not happening, right? Am I capable of winning this matchup? Is that a possibility? Am I going 05? I really don't feel like this deck is an 05 deck, but I certainly look like I'm going 05. I wouldn't particularly say this hand is good, but this hand has like the opposite problem of my other hand, where my other hand just didn't have enough action fast. This one just like doesn't have enough mana. Well, that is not happening. Okay. That could be good if I don't get wastelanded. I did shuffle off my ponder, so oh, not like this, man. Do I have to counter this? I can't counter this. It's doomed. It's severely doomed. Maybe they'll just play 2 Collector Roofs and it'll be okay. I've got a 2-1, right? Like, it'll be fine. All right, black mana. Deathray Shaman? Demonic Tutor. You got it. Does this tutor for Collector Roof? Does this tutor for Wasteland? Does this tutor for Deathray Shaman? Does this tutor for Bowmaster? TT for the land to play the oof. TT for the oof to play the land. If it's a Collector Roof, I'm probably letting it resolve. Oh, it's just a Deathray Shaman. They have a Wasteland then. Sick. Sick. A+. Saga Gaming? Get the land out of my yard so I can blank their land if I want. I think I will. If they try to eat, Man. They got more Moxen than I do. Black Lotus, this is a bug draw? This is a bug draw. The Companion Lotus Moxen bug draw. I should have known. I should have known. I should have seen this coming. This is what happens. You play Bung, you put the Moxen on top. All right, my opponent has infinite mana here. Definitely don't think I'm supposed to Soul Guide anymore. Yeah, I mean, you want to play Oko, you go ahead, play Oko. No one's stopping you. Well, I'm stopping you. I'm going to counter it. But, like, theoretically, you can activate your Deathray Shaman ability and have it resolve. Narset. Well, fuck Narset. I don't want that in my life. Get that out of my life. Okay. 3 cards left in my opponent's hand. I don't draw land. Unlucky. I'll try again. Unlucky. I tried my best, chat. I tried so hard and got so far. I'm gonna go 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. 05. Come on, man. There's no way. There's simply no way. All right. Give me out. I want to never be seen again. Just when I thought redemption was possible, we have run into Absorbent 3, the king of the oofs. Okay, it's fine. We can beat oof. I believe it. I have a cat. Keep. Sand slaps. Big slaps. Huge slaps. I'm just going to get out ahead of the game. I got quick Moxen start. Riddlesmith triggers. We're here. It's happening. This is the time. All right. Emerald. Lorien reveal. Underground Sea. Mox Pearl. Underground Sea. Riddlesmith. Bobble! Trigger Riddlesmith. Do some looting straight into the yard. Yeah, I gotta loot that into the yard. It costs red mana. I feel like this is a card Absorbent 3 would play. Root Maze? No! I just escaped the Dauntless Dismantler, and now you're gonna make me play against Root Maze? Yeah, okay, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, really. It's just a Root Maze. This is a Hammer Mage! This is Dauntless Dismantler, but red. This is game 1. Okay, I am going to cast Demonic Tutor. And I am going to get a Black Lotus. And with that Black Lotus, I am going to trigger my Riddlesmith. Draw a card, discard a card. And then I am going to crack my Black Lotus. 6 cards in yard. And I am going to cast Dig Through Time. All right, I'm going to get Ancestral Recall Skull Clamp. Any order. I'm going to cast Ancestral Recall, target myself. I am going to cast Mishra's Bauble, trigger Riddlesmith. I don't really feel like I want to force a will in this game. I am... Discard a card, destroy all artifacts with mana. There's a Caracas. Am I going to play Skull Clamp into the Hammer Mage? Yeah, I need to hit a land drop. I did not hit a land drop. All right, I am going to discard the Time Vault. And then they're gonna play a Root Maze and activate their Hammer Mage and whatever, man. I'm just dead. I just can't beat Absorbent 3 with these stupid fun decks. It's just Root Maze plus discard and kill all my stuff, right? Yep. And lands? All right. So, all right, I'm just gonna draw a card, play this thing, attack for 2, and then we vamp for an Inti, and we try to play the creature game, yeah? No, the Inti's a freaking legend! They have all the bases covered! They have a Tarmogoyf! We're dead. No, we're actually dead though, right? Like, we can't Breach kill our opponent, and we can't Saga kill our opponent, and we can't creature kill our opponent because they have a Caracas for Lurrus. We're just dead. We're just straight up locked out of the game. We have no viable path to win this game. Okay, I've been bested. Bro, why did I even try? Why? I'll just sleeve up Dredge every stream, man. I'll just sleeve up Dredge and everyone will be bored. And I'll stop having fun. I guess I'm bringing in a needle? Like, what? I don't know. I'm over it. What can I do? Oh. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. We had a nice start, but it was not powerful enough to beat our red-green opponent. So, all right, here we go. Urza's Saga. That's a card that has never lost a game of Magic. I'm gonna probe, and it's just gonna be Force of Vigor, right? Like, why am I here? What am I doing? There's just no point in playing the card Urza Saga. It's just that bad. My opponent's Cavern of Souls Ren and 6 deck. Ah, it's okay. It's okay. No problem. I've got my draw engine. It definitely doesn't die to Ren and 6. Everything is fine. Seiju is in play. Cast Ponder. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's just cast Lurrus. That's some messed up that's so crazy, man. And it loots every time. All right. Riddlesmith, draw, discard. Mox, draw, discard. Put Lurrus into my hand. I mean, we're kind of going off. I don't know if it's going to be enough, okay? Lotus, draw, discard. Just drawing a bunch of things, or pitching things that are bad or that I can bring back. Lurrus. Would I rather draw a second card off of Bauble or play Black Lotus Demonic Tutor? What would I Demonic Tutor for? I guess we should just start by bobbling, yeah? It's probably better. I mean, we've drawn 16 cards in our deck on turn 2. I don't even think the list is that bad. I think we run kind of bad, but I really don't think it's that bad. I think what I'm going to do is look at their top card first, and then Outland Liberator. Okay, so Collector Roof is coming, right? So we have to play Black Lotus and then DT for a removal spell. or hear me out. We simply time walk. Who was saying we weren't going off? Who was saying we weren't going off? We're gonna win, I think. They do still have a vigor, but vigor doesn't matter too much. All right, so what's our best demonic here? Is it just... Oh, they vigored us. That's really bad. Now they're just going to die to breach combo, yeah? They should have held the vigor. Maybe they have a second vigor. This just dies, right? I go Black Lotus. Demonic Breach. Demonic Brain Freeze. Kept in Brain Freeze, yeah? Riddlesmith is such a cool card. Reach. Reach. Okay. We got there. We want to. We never went winless. We always won a game, and we went off this game. We did the thing. It was great. We had a good time. Submit. My opponent definitely should have just held the vigor. You gotta hold the vigor there anyways for like Saga, right? So there's like not a huge incentive to like just blow up some Moxen. You don't have to feel bad. They murdered us in game 1 with the Hammer Mage and the Root Maze. I gotta make sure I put that in the intro, huh? How many videos do I need before I leave? I need to film one for Wednesday. This is for Wednesday. And I need to film one for Friday and for Monday. So one off stream and then Wednesday on stream. We'll probably play a serious deck on Wednesday. I don't know, Oath maybe. I don't know what other decks to play. Maybe Beseech. Decks that I could play. All right. I got a cat. I've got a Skull Clamp, a Dismember, an Inti. I mean, this hand's pretty good against them, I think. Leyline of the Void. Okay. That turns off Skull Clamp. And Ruby, a classic. Is it going to be a Ren and 6? No. No. All right. Well, I am going to do the thing where I play the legendary dinosaur. Wait, is it not a dinosaur? Is it just a human knight? Is there no dinosaur on this at all? Oh, it's just a human knight. Boring. It's riding a dinosaur. Lame. Ancient Grudge? All right. I see you, opponent. My opponent definitely has an Ancient Grudge. That much is for sure. My Treasure Cruise has turned off. Oh, we got the Lorien revealed value. All right. I will attack with my Inti and discard Treasure Cruise. I will give it a 1/1 counter, and I will exile the top card of my library. It's a land value. Think about the value. Wait, this card is so... I really think this card's actually quite good, huh? I don't know. This card seems quite strong to me. I think we'll save the Lorien revealed for... I feel like we'll save... I kind of want to save this a discard, too. Yeah, I think I'll just pass. We're gonna be sad when we get Caracas, but or Booze Your Daddy. All right. Well, we'll go to our next turn here. We attack with our Inti. We discard the land. These other things can trigger the Riddlesmith, maybe. Oh, a Saga off the top. Banger. Wait, this is going really well. They have all this artifact hate, but what happens when the human knight rides in on a dinosaur? You know? No one ever thinks about that. I like this card. I might try to play this card in other things. Oof, there it is. Okay. Turned off more of your things than my things. Island. Let's attack. I'm just gonna discard the Skull Clamp. It's now a 5/5. Another land off the top. Feel like we just keep extracting the value. I don't know. This card is like pretty sweet. How much are people using land cyclers and legacy? Could be pretty good there, right? Just gonna deploy this needle. I'm gonna name Verdant if they don't crack. All right. Yeah, I feel like Legacy and Modern, this is definitely the kind of, like, this is very close to the kind of card you're looking for. One in a red is like a lot of mana for Legacy, right? Because normally you want the 1-drop in that kind of deck, but I'm going to name Renin 6, I guess. I don't know. Gonna make constructs, obviously. They only have they have to use their grudge at some point here. I mean, they're almost just dead to this. This is a 5/5 that tramples. Unless they play like a Miglaws, I guess. Human. Oh yeah, it gives anything trample, huh? So I saw in the list that I saw, there was Souls of the Pit, the black Tarmogoyf. Or no, Souls of the something. Something of the Souls? Souls of the... It's like a black Tarmogoyf that does some other stuff. But I saw that in the list too, which I thought would be pretty cute, but I decided I wanted to go more with the I mean, this thing can give my constructs trample. That's pretty big, right? Souls of the Lost. There we go. Like, giving my constructs trample is no slouch here. I think I'm gonna attack first. Like, this is a lethal attack because it's not lethal. I guess I would rather give this thing trample because yeah, it gets flashbacked. I mean, I could technically I'm not forcing this. That's fine. I don't think I care. It's just like, it's so big. Dress down. Yeah, I don't think we're casting dress down here. All right, well, I got either spell bomb and an army. This looks like a W to me. All on the back of one human riding a dinosaur. Of course, if we're winning this game, I'm going to concede because I'm 0-4. GG's. Thanks. All right, I concede because I can't prize in this event, and my opponent still can. Thank you, Absorbent 3, for the beautiful Root Maze Hammer match. And I able to get a W, but it looks like I went 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Okay, so what do we learn? We learned maybe I shouldn't put all my eggs in the artifact basket. Specifically, we had a very hard time beating bug hate cards. I feel like our matches versus the Tinker combo decks were just a bit unlucky. They tinkered us a lot. Though one of the matches was not unlucky. It was very much a blatant misplay where I should have played a Graph Digger's Cage instead of playing a threat. I didn't respect like top deck Moxen high enough. What else do we learn? I still think the containment construct part of this is just like not good. This card is just very, very medium. However, I was very impressed with Inti. I thought this card attacked for a lot of damage and did some good card draw. And then the hidden synergy with the island cycling being a discard effect was actually really, really sweet. We didn't get to do anything with Riddlesmith and Inti in play, where if we play a thing and loot, we also get a thing off the top, and we could have like drawn through most of our deck that way. Though we don't have as many 0 drops in our deck as we do as the Legacy deck does. The Legacy deck has like 4 opal, 4 bauble, 4 bauble, kind of thing. So we didn't get to do like as much of the going off part as we wanted to, but yeah, I've never had any success with Asmo Cookbook. It just doesn't really work in Vintage, and it's just like slow and not very strong. I was hoping that this would be a little bit more compact and do the thing better, but it didn't really end up being the case. It's possible that maybe you can just play this in a different deck, but I don't know. Like, it does require you to be wanting to discard. Obviously, this deck does that pretty well. Any Lurrus deck really is okay with you discarding extra stuff, which is kind of nice. But you probably want like more stuff that does that. So worth thinking about, though. This card definitely impressed. I hope you enjoyed the video. More vintage content, gameplay videos, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays on my YouTube channel. I will see you then.